This is Vanessa Howie once again. Doing another video series. Yeah, I know there's kinesio tape on my knees. I'll get to that in just a moment. Here are my certifications for personal training. And I have an ACE certification. Okay. The exercises I'm taking you through today is a side lunge with a chop and a knee up. There we go. Okay, good. I want to make sure that you see that. And I'm going to be using a light weight for that one, a 4-pounder basically. And then there's going to be bicep curls, 1.5, and I'll demonstrate that when I get to it. Walking lunges, which I'll use the length of this carpet here to do that. Tricep dips, and an exercise that I like to call thread the needle. And when I get into it and do it, it looks very much like you threading a needle, putting thread through the hole of the needle. Okay, first things first. Yeah, there's kinesio tape on my knees. They're not injured. My knees were kind of sore and tight. They hurt when I was at the end of doing the video series I'd done the other day. And I was on my way to the doctor to get that checked out, and a friend had an emergency. So when I went into the building, I had to get the papers to fill the stuff out and reschedule. So when I got home, I was like, okay, the knees still hurt. And so I knew that the rock tape or the kinesio tape would help to make the knees feel better. And they're doing their job thus far. I have an appointment, I think, next week to go see the doctor to find out what's going on with my knees and what I can do to ease the process so that I can be more mobile. So they don't hurt right now. The tape is on there to make sure that they don't hurt any more than what they currently are. Okay, moving on. Side lunge with a chop and a knee up. Now, I have 2 sets of dumbbells here. I have a 4-pound dumbbell, and I have a 5-pound dumbbell here. I'm going to start with the 4-pound, and if I don't feel that that's challenging enough, then I'll move to the 5-pound dumbbell, but I have a feeling that the 4-pound is going to be challenging enough for me. Double check, make sure that, yeah, I think it's in alignment there. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to step over to the side. Actually, I'll bring the chair back slightly than what I currently have it, because I want to ensure that I have plenty of room to move where I need to within this space. Okay. So, you start with the weight at chest level. You want to lunge to the side. Now, I'm going to show you a view going towards the camera on this side so that you get a side view. Because if you see it like this, then all you see is the front view. And it's not a bad thing to see the front view, but it helps to get the brain correct, to get the movement correct in your head if you see it from another angle, the side view. So I'll show you the side view first, and then I'll move into the front view, and then I'll do a few on the other leg as well. So you hold the weight at your chest, so you hold the weight at the end. Some people like to do it like this. I find that the weight, it just fits easier in the hand if I place the ends of the dumbbells in each hand. It just feels more comfortable for me. You do what you like to do, that's fine. The leg that's closest to the camera, I'm going to step out to the side. I'm going to put the weight in that heel as I bend this knee, and then I shift all my weight from my hip into that butt right there. So this is your side lunge. And then I'm going to push into this heel, tapping the toe for beginners, lifting that knee. Now that's just the side lunge and the knee up. I'm going to add the chop in a second. Side lunge, chopping as you come into that side lunge. So you chop as you come into that side lunge, push off with that heel, and then you bring that knee up. That's for beginners, intermediate, You do this, and then you can tap. Or you can hold a heavier weight in your hand. Advanced, do this motion here and hold it up. Hold it up the entire time for advanced. Okay? I'm going to show you the front view. I'm going to go to the side since that's what I have been doing on this one. So, side lunge, chop, and knee lift. Side lunge, sit into that booty. Sit into that heel. So the only weight in this leg is to make sure that this leg has everything. This has maybe 10% of the weight. This has 90% plus. And if you're having a difficult time holding everything up with the balance between this and this, what you can do, tap, lift, tap again. Good. Okay. Okay, good. I want to make sure that it wasn't going fuzzy there. Sometimes it does it. A friend let me borrow this camera, so I want to make sure I get it back to her in one piece. Okay, so side lunging, looking at this side. The same way that I did it on the other side, I'm going to be doing it on this side. So the weight is going to be in this heel going towards you. So, lunge, chop over that knee on the outside of it. Come up and either tap or lift the knee. This is advanced. This is beginners. And for the beginners, if having the weight in your hand is too much, just have your hands up here and go through the motion like this. And if lifting the knee is too difficult for some people, then just do this. Don't worry about putting the knee in. Just pause there, regain the focus, and then go to the other side. Told you I was going to do this side too, so I'm going to keep myself honest. Weight in this heel, so it goes into that butt. Chop it, and knee. Weight into that heel. Push off with that same heel, okay? There's no weight in this leg. It's all here. You want to keep the knee. When you're doing these exercises, you don't want the knee to ride past the toe like you see it doing now. You want to have it right about there, right above the laces. No further. If it goes further than the laces, you're going to feel it right here in that knee, okay? You don't want to feel it in that knee. It's part of the reason that I have this. Is back in the 80s, nobody told me, or in the 90s I think it was, nobody told me to not do cardio on a 10-inch step height. Nobody told me not to. So I did cardio on a 10-inch step height, and now my knees are affected. So be very aware of that. And this was just stepping aerobics. This wasn't plyometrics or anything. Okay, next exercise, bicep curls 1.5. Alright, on the bicep curls, I stand with my feet in a staggered stance, one in front of the other like this. And that's just to make sure that when I'm doing the exercise, that I'm not doing this whole rocking motion here. Okay? Because if I do that, I feel my feet doing this motion here, and then I stop. When you're in this position, and you do this motion here, a lot more people tend to rock themselves using the momentum. That can hurt your back. You don't ever want to do that. Those that have really good control, do it. It's okay. I'm not going to tell you no, and you wind up hurting yourself because you took my advice to another level. Whatever works for you is fine, okay? I'm just letting you know what works for me. You brace the core, tighten the abdominals, pin the elbows into your waist, and the 1.5 is you do one full rep, close to the shoulder. You don't want to come up here. So when it comes close to chest level, you bring it all the way down. Now you bring it halfway up, right there. 90-degree angle on the elbow. Bring it down. Up, down, halfway up. Now when you do the bicep curl 1.5, when you do the full, and then you do the partial, that's 1 rep. 1.5, that is 1 rep. So if you're doing 10 of those, if you ordinarily would do 15, like this, try 10, or even 8. Because doing that 1.5 is going to work that bicep in a way that you probably haven't worked it before. Or if you have worked it before, it's been a while since you've done it. And so, first, just go to fatigue until your body says, oh my gosh. And if you're not feeling the fatigue, then maybe the weight is a little too light for you to use. Try increasing it by 1 pound. Seeing how that works. That's a good bicep stretch, by the way. Really good bicep stretch. Okay. Walking lunges. I'm going to use the 4-pound dumbbells for these. And then I might transition to the 5s. Now for the walking lunge, I want to move this chair out of my way here. I'm going to go across the flooring here, but I'm going to try to do it back here so that you can see what it is that I'm doing. So I'm going to start with the lead, or the leg closest to you. And I'm going to try to do this so that you can see me in full frame, as opposed to getting closer and then part of my leg being chopped off. So, stepping forward, weight in the front heel and the back toe, bend both knees, lunge, weight in the front heel, and you're going to push off with this front heel to stand yourself up. Now the back leg is going to go forward. Bending both knees, weight in that front heel. Standing. Yeah, front foot goes forward. So you alternate your lunges. I'm going to go back. So, this was the leg that I ended up with. This is the leg I'm starting with. The back leg. Weight is in the front foot. Front heel. Now this leg is going to move. Back leg is going to move. I'm going to do that one more time with the heavier weights. Because I felt it, but I really had to focus and concentrate on feeling it. And I prefer for the muscles to fatigue naturally, instead of really having to put the brain in the muscle, if I have the ability to do so. Okay, let me... Alright. I'm going to double check the frame there. Make sure everything was working. Okay, front foot, lunge, stand, back one, lunge, stand. And if it's too much for you to use weights, do this without weights. It's okay. Back leg. And for some people, they need to do this up against a wall to help support them. Use a wall. If I need to use the TV, I can use it. And yeah, from the previous video, you can see that my room has been rearranged. Yeah, I was finding out that when I would do my own exercises, I had enough room to go sideways this way, but whenever my husband would come down and ask me questions or whatever, he would scare the crap out of me. So I had it turned this way, so that I could hear him coming down and I could see him from the side view there, from the door. So, yeah, it's been rearranged a bit. I like it better this way. Alright. Triceps dip. I'm going to use this bench. You are welcome, and I'm going to do it from the side view here. You're welcome to use a chair, such as this, or a tall stool, okay? Like a stepping stool. Okay. I'll probably only be able to show you 1 rep on the advanced. Yeah, my arms, they're getting stronger, but they're not as strong as they should be. From that hip injury, everything kind of fell apart, so. Okay, the beginner version, the knees are going to be bent, hands are on the bench, I like to tuck mine as close in as I can. Now if you have them further out, like this, have them further out, then I find that when you do this motion here, it gets more into the shoulder. When you tuck them in under the butt, I find that it really isolates that tricep. This is a beginner version. It really targets that tricep much more effectively. And keep your butt. Notice that my body is literally rubbing up and down on that step. The further away the body is from the step, the more I find that it activates the shoulder, the back of the shoulder. I like the stability of having my body rubbing up against the step so that it doesn't affect my low back. That's me. If you want to scoot yourself so far out that your legs are in another county, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you to not do it. It's your choice. It's okay. I'm just letting you know what works for me. No problem. Okay, we did the beginner version. Now there are two kinds of intermediate. There's the intermediate where they take the legs a little further out like this and do it this way, or there's the intermediate that has one leg out at a time, doing it like this. Either way works. Those were both the intermediate version. Then the advanced. There are two kinds of advanced, and I'll show you both of them. I'll only do one rep on each. But the advanced, legs out like this, and this. Oh! Yeah, remember to stretch, please. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we women, we don't use our triceps. We don't use our triceps as often as we should. And so when we do use them, it tends to be a little bit saggy under there, not quite as defined as what we would like. Okay, the last exercise is called thread the needle. Okay, excuse me. And what we'll do here is, I'm going to get on the floor, but I want to move this stuff out of my way just a little bit. Okay, I'm getting on the floor. And it's going to be easier for you to do this on the floor than it is for you to do it on a device. The reason is you're laying on your side. If you're on your side on a device like this step, this bench, then the brain has a mechanism that senses when there's a drop-off on either side of your body. And the flight or fight mode will kick in, and your body will be having this jerking motion going on, and that's not a good idea to do when you're doing this type of exercise. So please do it on the floor. If you have hardwood, please put a mat down or something so that you have an adequate cushion for the hip. Okay. Beginners, knees bent. Intermediate, one leg out. Advanced, both legs out. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of both, a little bit of all three. And for the intermediate or advanced, you can either have rest your weight on your elbow here, or you can have it in your hand like this. Okay, it's your choice. Beginners, please stay here, have this alignment. And I'm trying to keep my body as straight as I can, but if you find that it doesn't feel very comfortable, then you can bring your knees forward slightly, closer to a 45-degree angle, but you don't want to bring them up to here. Okay? So, one hand up in the air, or if your arm doesn't have the endurance to hold it up there, then just lay it to the side until you do the threading part, okay? You're going to use this part of the abdominals and the sides to lift your hips up. Bring the arm through the hole in the side of your body, created by the floor, your arm, and your torso, okay? So, threading that needle. Threading that needle. I mean, if you've ever seen a close-up of someone that has a sewing needle, I'm going to readjust my arm here, then you'll see from the microscopic point of view, that needle is this giant hole. And so you thread it through and it's like, okay. And so I thought, I wonder what it would be like to do an exercise of that nature. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to try the intermediate version. 1 foot out. Ready? And threading. If you're not sure you can do 15 and advanced, then do 5, do 8, do 10. Okay? And to the other side. Bent knee. You want to make sure that your shoulder and elbow are in alignment. I didn't mention that on the other side. Sorry. Arm up if you can. Bring everything up. Thread it. Thread it. Intermediate. Thread it. Thread it. I'm going to... Haven't done this exercise in about a year. So, yeah. Even I'm struggling on the advanced. And I never really could do the advanced exercise for more than, say, 5 reps without resting. That's just how my body is built. Oh. We're finished with this one. Yay! I do hope that you have enjoyed this video and the other videos that I put onto YouTube. If you enjoy it, please like, please subscribe, and if you have any suggestions, comments, or questions, leave the comments down below, and you can ask me questions on Facebook if you'd like. Send me a private message. That's quite alright. Please enjoy this video and enjoy your day. Thank you.